Blake.
You're not in the frame.
Oh, sorry. All right, good evening, Iowa soccer supporters. Tim Brackett here with Soccer Talk. One of my co-hosts and good buddy Blake Xavier. Steve, what up?
What a day. Another glorious day out here at the county. A lot of people coming to the Kick It Forward tent. We'll be here again Saturday. And we got some visitors. Yes, I don't know. What do you call them?
Yeah, I only recognize the Titan Tactician, actually.
We gotta think of another nickname for
Isabel Garcia right there. Izzy, what's up?
Nothing much. How are you guys?
Good. What do you think about, well, maybe we like to bury the lead here on Soccer Talk. So we'll just jump to the good stuff. Big game for Johnston tonight. How did it go, Izzy?
Not in our favor.
You're Johnston Dragon based on the purple you're wearing?
Yeah.
Are you and Blake going to be okay?
Probably not.
I know, it's disappointing actually. Two things. One, I thought there was gonna be a toga night. I'm glad I did not wear my toga.
Me too.
Team change.
Yeah,
So what?
team change. Oh, we're going to do USA, and then everyone failed.
So it's actually interesting. So we can, let's not talk about it too long, but we talked about the other day, high school state tournament basketball. The whole school district busts down, goes down to the tournament. Wrestling, everybody goes down. I think there's some work on the soccer end to get the district, even though like a lot of the districts are working on last day of school right around this time. Like get kids down here to watch and flood it. There's a small school to do it.
Well, yeah, and then I think they can use some help from local clubs too, right? I mean, you've got Johnston, Urbandale, Sporting Hall, probably 2,500 kids. It would have been great to see.
So we had Johnston playing Pleasant Valley behind us. The Tigers taking on the Iowa City West Trojans. I also am a little somber here today because the Tigers gave up a late goal and lost 3-2. So yeah, dragging the Tigers out. Central Iowa team's out. You cannot say Eastern Time State victorious.
Yeah, and then like you talked about 2A, you got one Central Iowa team. Oh, and 1A, you got Burlington, Notre, like Southeast Iowa, but again, Eastern Iowa going against West Central Bowl. Southside Bowl.
Among their talents, cartography might not be. But, so let's just talk a little bit about the Dragons game because it's the one we took in. We had just a little bit of insight on tactics and how things looked. Matt, that's the name of the game for you. What did you think?
Well, I thought another complete performance by Pleasant Valley. It looks like when they come into the state tournament with a plan, I think they sort of understand who they are. They're not going to be the team that runs up the score. They're going to be that sort of grind victories out by one goal mark. And so a little bit like on Tuesday night, I thought they sat pretty deep, they defended, and they scored when it counts.
They probably have one chance.
Well, they had one right in the first 30 seconds.
Sure.
Ward there, I think the coach's boy missed the 1v1, but then they capitalized on the second opportunity, didn't they? That second half. So,
speaking of the Coach Rain Ward, we had a little chat with him. Yep, taking some time with us at halftime. But funny because you can tell he's really playing his cards tight to his chest, giving us the coach speak of just we're here to win. We don't care how it looks. 0-0. There's a shit game. Obviously shows through.
So in the second half, I thought they had one chance and they scored. And really, what happened was they were able to get the ball up into the attacking end and a corner kick resulted. It was the only corner of the half that I can recall. And the ball just didn't get clear. It got pushed back out wide, and then their winger served a really nice cross, and they had to kind of run onto the ball and get high in the back of the net. But that was really their only chance. And I thought that one of the things Johnston did for most of the game, they played with a guy pretty deep. They played basically with with a triangle at the back and a sweeper, and so that sweeper was anything that got to him, so there weren't many things except one. and Pleasant Valley was clearly playing for one chance and one goal, and they got it.
I mean, Reese Ward to me was man of the match for Pleasant Valley. He played kind of all over, and then once he delivered the ball out to into, I should say, Bryce Regal, who scored, and then pretty interesting tactical change from Wayne Ward, like put his boy at the back and locked it down, and they walked away with it.
Yeah, I think that we're remiss to not mention the Dragons in this competition. Quick shout out to Jim Patel, obviously, for all the good work he does, but I also know he looks pretty hot. So as they're throwing the kitchen sink forward at the end, I know what my thoughts would have been, or what I'd be grabbed with my boys about after the fact. What any thoughts, or do you guys just want to hear mine?
Well, I mean, I do want to hear yours. I've got a couple of thoughts too. And one of the things that was very noticeable, though, and obviously you got to make these coaching decisions in the end, but when Pleasant Valley scores a goal, some of the best Johnston players are off the field, and some of them were attacking players. But I think that's a moment that'll probably be scrutinized a little bit, right? I mean, it only takes one chance at 0-0, and so the question is, why are those players off at that time? Maybe the coach saw something, maybe the Bell saw something, and or maybe it was pre-planned. But I think that's certainly a talking point. But in addition to that, I mean, I think there were chances for Johnston, plenty, to create a chance, always inside the 18-yard box, probably 10 or 15 times, and no one could actually finish. So.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times there'd be like a scrum in the box. It was crowded, and Pleasant Valley was putting bodies on the goal, behind the ball. I mean, they were truly trying to get 9, 10, 11 guys behind the ball. So
I think Johnston's also, I'm just looking, they've never scored 0 goals except against Lockheed.
fair enough. And so I think, and that was what I was going to say, is they're used to playing on like a big field, a lot of space, and there's usually space behind the defense. Here, you're playing on grass, less space behind it, and a compact defense that's sitting back. So where are the spaces? Where do you get it? How do you score your goal? Izzy, what do you think?
I think that's really true because I know they like to play Wilmot behind a lot, and they were trying to, but you could tell that they were trying to.
So if you were the coach, what would you have done differently?
Oh gosh.
Oh, call her out.
I would have they were rushing a lot, especially in the last 20 minutes. I guess they were down 1-0, but they just kind of played the long ball and hoped someone got there. So just really connecting the team is probably the biggest takeaway I saw.
I like your point about slowing down and thinking about it, though, because to me, it's definitely keeping the ball. But did you notice where their attacks were coming from? They were just straight down the gut, right?
Yeah.
At a certain point, get the ball wide, get it to the end line, try and get behind around them, as opposed to just over the top. The amount of times the outside back, right back, left back is serving the ball in front of the defense. That's how you just done it, right? So anyway, that's my share.
Yeah,
what do you think, is? You agree?
Yeah, I agree. Oh, there's a lot of times that the ball would be way out wide, like way with like Will Sheely or someone, and Logan's just like this side wide open with 20 yards of space on him. And all of them can hit that ball, but
Yeah, I just like to see him get wide, get in behind, serve the ball behind, get it back across, cut it back.
Got to clear the hose. So just change. Basically, what we're talking about is changing the tempo of the game a little bit too. Instead of always going route one, maybe you play it back and you keep it a little bit. You suck players out to create that space in line for one.
It's always easy to second guess, but like looking back, maybe you put Wilmot out wide. They literally have 4, sometimes 5 guys literally in a square around him in the middle of the field, and anytime it went into him, there's nowhere to go, nowhere to play. He can't set it, he can't literally turn, he can't do anything. So
when you know one thing about Coach Purcell, there's no way he's going to forget about it. He's going to learn from it, come back next year stronger. Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see him back here again.
What a good first season. In charge of the Dragons. I'm sure the alumni are happy with this semifinal performance. Like,
it's been a while since we've been back here, so that's good. We got a strong junior class. You got a goalkeeper coming back, 3 center back. They kind of played. It's interesting. We kept talking about how they played. They had Tyler Hanning, Grant Strickler, Michael Fisher. Was it a 3? Was it like a 2? Whatever you want to call it. Like they have 3 defenders coming back. Got a couple of midfielders, and obviously they're still Wilmot Mana.
is it my opinion?
He is. He's a pretty good.
Fair enough. So we'll be looking for the Drags again next year. talk quickly about the championship games, just briefly, and then I want to jump back to Izzy, and we're gonna get your thoughts on the girls tournament coming up here, right? We're gonna just make sure she gets,
Or at least giving her a prep time.
exactly.
Yeah, I had time to think about it this time.
Exactly. So the one-end game, like you said, was Burlington Notre Dame taking on West Central Hull, which we're still not entirely sure where that is, but that's the final one with all these
West of Central.
So anyway, that's a game that we don't know a ton about. I think that from what I can see the record, Burlington or Notre Dame Burlington got a better record.
It's the 1-2. It's the 1-2 matchup.
Fair enough.
Right, and we know where Burlington is. They got that cool new indoor facility down there in Southeast Iowa, the Catholic school, which I believe the Catholic school and private schools do well. Titan Tactician knows a little bit about that. But both lost one game on the year. They're in the final playing against each other.
Right on. So the 2A final, that is going to be interesting. Taking home Farrar, we saw them for the Blue Jay battle for the game of the week when they took on Perry. Then we've seen them play for 2 days here at the state tournament, and they are a big, strong, fast, explosive team. And the boy up top, number 10, can bang them in.
Yeah, they bring the support, they bring the environment, atmosphere, which I think gives them a little leg up. But we'll see.
That's why they play the game, right, Blake?
That's right.
And
the whole town of Bondurant.
that's fair. Charlie Bales will be here in support of the Xavier Saints, and we'll see if he recruits the rest of the crowd. Maybe he'll bring the Menace boys out. Who knows?
It'll be interesting because we're mixed, right? We have our good friend Amir Tajik over there at Xavier. We're working on some stuff in Cedar Rapids, and we talked to him 2 years ago, and he's the local legend there, and the team that won state title after state title. He's figured it out there.
Speaking of legends and segues are one of our favorite things. 3A, you've got Brad Stiles and the Iowa City West. They are a legendary squad. Blake's pulling up the stats. I'm sure he can tell you how many times Stiles has led that squad to state championship. They are regulars in the state tournament, regulars in the final.
So he is tied with his, actually with Rick Peru of Tampa. It's kind of a battle. So Stiles wins this one. He's going to win. He'll be atop the most championship to coach. Iowa high school soccer history. He's got 8. Him and Rick Leroux out of Regina.
See if he can make this year. They take on Pleasant Valley. We talked about kind of being what we call 7-seed underdog, dark horse, whatever you want to call them. Very much effective. I was going to say definitely effective, plays their strengths, has a plan. So should be a good game. It's going to be hot. What do you think about that one, man?
It'll be hot. That hot? I literally can't stand the tent, but there's no water. Like, we're talking to 15, 16 to 18 year old adults, almost men, boys. Like, if you can't run for 40 minutes, I think there's a problem.
Well, we know what Blake thinks about that. Izzy, we're going to jump back to you unless the Titan Tactician has any more comments. Yeah, well done, Blake. Say you want to hand the mic to Izzy. Izzy, Johnston is strong squad this year. So tell us about your postseason hopes right now. What do you guys rank? What do you got for us?
So currently, as we went through a rough, final third of our season. We've been pretty consistent at 3-1 for the first 2 thirds. The last one we went 1-3. Played decent teams. Definitely games we should have won, but just didn't do. And
You won your sub-state game last time, though, and so the sub-state final coming up against
Simon, our friend, the Hawks.
That's going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
But best team you guys have played this year so far?
I honestly don't want to.
Really?
Yeah.
The prediction for tomorrow night? We left prediction.
Oh, goodness.
Really? That's a hint.
Yes, I do.
You're smart.
Yeah.
No, but do you want to give them?
Oh, I mean, I might keep it personally, but I'm gonna get too much water.
Good. Well, so good luck to you, Izzy. Well, gonna try and check out a couple games for state tournaments there. All right. Sorry for your loss today, Blake. Sorry for your loss. Thank you. We'll see you guys Saturday. Titan Tactician. All right, guys. See you soon.
That's fun. Thank you guys for having me. I gotta keep going.
Yeah.